Hi, everyone. We're just waiting for some people to come on. I'm about a minute or two early. So I just wanted to make sure that I got on here. Sometimes I have a problem. I don't know if it's a YouTube problem. It's probably a user error, though. I can't seem to get people on, or people have a hard time getting on. I don't know what it is. Hi, Fred. How are you? Happy Memorial Day. We just celebrated our um, Canada Day, July 1st. And we had big celebrations up here in Canada, but I know your day is the July the 4th. And somebody just said to me, "Oh, I can't believe that you're doing it on a holiday." And I said, "Well, it's not my holiday, but I am doing it on your holiday." So, hi, Nicola. How are you? Hi, Norma. Norma's had a terrible time on the East Coast here with the weather, and it has not been pleasant, Norma. I hear you on that. We've had a terrible time with our weather too. Maybe not as bad as you, not as much, but we certainly suffered from the smoke. The smoke has all come our way and formed a dome over us, and not pleasant at all. So I've been in for the last 2 or 3 weeks and not really stepping out, but I am planning on going out this weekend. So hopefully, um, hopefully this will be a good weekend to go out. Hi, Letta. How are you? So it's 3 o'clock, and that's my weather report. The weather has been terrible. It seems to be either freezing cold or I'm turning on the furnace to get some heat in here. And it just, from one day to the next, you can't tell, right? Sorry, I'm trying to fix this shirt because it's not even. And my OCD won't allow me to have it if it's not even. Oh, so I was so looking forward to the summer. And I waited and waited and waited for that. And we had a late spring again. And so that wasn't encouraging. And hi, Kathleen. And we got a late spring, and now it's too damn hot to go out. It drives me nuts. I was so looking forward to this, right? But I guess that spring and fall will be my. I am actually liking the fall a lot. Winter not so much, but the fall, yes. So weather's terrible, and I know it's happening everywhere. It's happening all through the states and in Canada. Canada's we're on fire. We're burning. So today's chapter is heavily based on recovery of shortness of breath episodes with COPD. So my channel is heavily on COPD, but we actually cater to all chronic illnesses. And whatever your chronic illness is, you can change it from shortness of breath to constant pain to inflammation, fatigue, almost whatever your symptoms are. The basics are the same. The techniques don't change, only the names change. So, although I will be focusing on shortness of breath, this is for all chronic illnesses. So, the first thing that we have to do if we want to recover from shortness of breath is manifest a positive outcome. What is manifesting? It's a story that you create in your mind. You close your eyes and you think of what is a successful episode going to look like for me? What do I want this to look like? Your success must be clear and obvious, and your vision includes the problem, the steps to success, and then the solution and um, how you will resolve it. So the steps to the episode, or the problem is, I can't recover from episodes of shortness of breath. I'm going to tell you how to get through the steps to success, and the solution will be the perfect outcome for a successful short of breath episode. It manifesting means to make your success very clear. You must know what you want the outcome to look like and what success means to you, because everybody isn't on the same page. Even though we're all talking about shortness of breath, we're all talking about chronic pain. Everybody's end game is not the same. You're in charge of your recovery. You can make this happen. Your success must be clear and obvious. So play that movie in your mind. Talk about what happens. When do you want recovery to start? Do you want it to start before you get short of breath? Or are you going to wait until you get short of breath? It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. Um, I like to, when I first started on this journey, I was waiting until I get short of breath, knowing that it was going to happen, of course, because we all know it's going to happen. And that's just, getting up to go to the bathroom. I get short of breath. So, it happens several times a day. And once I got control over that, I decided that I would use those steps and apply them to not becoming short of breath. So, what can I do in advance to help myself not to become short of breath? One of the biggest problems that we all have is that, hi, Beverly. One of the problems that we always have is that if you're like me, I hold my breath when I'm exerting myself. So this is a big problem, because it just doesn't work. Hi, Annie. How are you today? Happy Memorial Day to all of my American friends here. Yeah, I stopped breathing. I hold my breath, and I didn't realize that until I was in rehab, and they started to call me on it, and I was like, "I don't hold my breath. What are you talking about?" I do. I hold my breath, so I have to work at that. It's something that I have to be aware of. I have to be cognitive of it, and I have to want to change it. And if I want to change it, I can change it. But I have to. Yeah, it's the 4th of July. Isn't that Memorial Day? Hi, Terry. So, where you begin and where you end is entirely up to you. We have to use affirmations. Affirmations help us change the way that we look at ourselves. It is not a goal that is to be achieved or accomplished in the future. It is a true statement of facts that exist now, and it includes your accomplishments. Don't be in short supply of giving yourself a pat on the back. Your character, recognize those things that make you a nice guy, those things that would make an employer happy to have you, those things that would make a friend want to be with you. Don't shortchange yourself. These things make a difference. Your traits and your abilities. So when you tell your children that they're smart, that is a positive affirmation. And we have to get a list of positive affirmations so that we can come up with something right off the top. It does not have a question mark after it. A positive affirmation does not have a question mark after it. It has an exclamation mark after it. I exercised today. I passed on dessert today. I was on time today. I passed on alcohol today. I didn't smoke a vape today. These are all positive affirmations. They are things that happened and they are statement of facts. We have to use positive self-talk. This nonsense of name calling must stop. People call themselves terrible names, and I'm not sure why. When you make a habit of using positive self-talk, it makes it easy to create positive affirmations. Stop talking not nice about yourself. You are my friend, and you do not have the right to talk about my friend this way. And I want that to play in your head when you start saying things like, I'm so stupid, or why can't I ever be on time, or I need to go faster. It might be tough at first to find nice things to say about yourself. And I think most people would have a problem. But if that's the case, grab a pen and a piece of paper and start asking people around you what positive things they see in you. You know, we're so quick to criticize and to criticize each other that it might be hard for you to get people to take you serious at first, but stick to it. And when you think of something positive through the day, write it down on your chart, because these things can make a difference. It can totally make a difference. Only speak positive words, whether it's about you or anybody else. Ignore the gossip, don't get into it, just walk away from it and speak positive self talk. Think in advance and use the tools that you were given. So, the tools that I was given was a walker. My walker is absolutely fabulous, and I'm not sure why more people aren't using them. Uh, I use my walker in the house until I get used to what the outcome will look like. So when I'm trying something new, like managing my shortness of breath, I have a seat to sit on and a frame to lean on. I have a basket to carry my items from room to room in the house. As I work through these scenarios, I become more aware of where I need to sit and how fast I can go. So the thing with the walker, you've got someplace to lean on, you've got someplace to sit, and something to carry your items so that you don't have to. When your upper body is compromised, it's hard to walk and carry stuff without dropping it. I use a reacher when I'm reaching for anything up high or down low. I have one in every room in my house and it's visible for everybody. My grandson will say, "It's okay, Grady, I'll go get the reacher." And if his cars get under the furniture or anything, right, he's all about the reacher. So use it so that you don't get short of breath. I have a terrible time getting stuff over my head. I use a bidet. Don't knock it until you try it. It's a game changer. I'm not kidding you. And Carol told me about it years ago, and I thought, I don't know about a bidet. Don't knock it till you try it. Where your oxygen is prescribed. If you are prescribed occasional oxygen, consider using it during the toughest times of the day. For some of us, that is getting up in the morning, and for others, it is after supper or before you go to bed at night. Only you can say when those bad times of the day are. Only you can manage that And don't wait for your doctor to tell you. Just go ahead and take care of yourself. For me, it's dinner time. Later in the day, it's terrible. I have a hard time coming off my BiPAP in the morning, but I managed to get through the steps to recover. At night, I find that I'm very, very tired after dinner. I want to rest and kind of do nothing, which is probably not the best thing for me to do. But I will definitely be checking my oxygen later in the night, and I'll find that that's when I'm having trouble with it. So here's the scenario. I'm well, I want to talk about the steps, and as we go through it, we're going to use manifesting, affirmations, positive self-talk, and using the tools, finding the tools that you were given. So here's the scenario. You ready? Wendy, thanks for joining me today. That's great. I'm glad to have you on today. I haven't seen you here. I think that you've been watching my videos um, at different times, but I'm glad that you're live today. Oh yes, it's a holiday for you. Happy Memorial Day. Is it Memorial Day? Have I got that wrong? Yeah, I know you're working. I know you're working when I'm on. You're so lucky to be still working. Oh, I'm so Independence Day. I'm sorry. I did say that. It's Independence Day, the 4th of July. I thought it was Memorial Day. I don't know. Anyways, have a good holiday. So here's the scenario. We are watching a really good TV show, and I'm waiting for the commercial break to get up to go to the bathroom. For some reason, when we want the commercials to come, they never do. When the commercial finally comes on, I jump up like it was 15 years ago. Two things happen almost simultaneously. I become extremely short of breath, and I have a strong urge to urinate. We all do it. I know when I get up to go to the bathroom that I'm going to get short of breath. It's going to be a big episode, so I wait as long as I can to go to the bathroom. Sometimes it feels like I've waited too long. I have a split second to decide. Am I going to panic and allow anxiety and stress to take over this episode? Or am I going to take control and dictate a positive outcome? I know if I take step one, I'm going to pee myself. And if I take step two, I will start on the steps. I will manifest. I will use affirmations, positive self talk, and think about the tools that I need. When I get short of breath, it's usually when standing. I don't know if anybody else finds that or not, but standing is, my elbows are, and I think Fred and I talked about this, my arms down here on each side are so rough. It's like callus from cleaning all the time. So take a seat. That's what your walker's for. Straighten your back and lower your shoulders. Sit with your hands on your lap, palms up. You're now in a mindful position. Stay here in the present. Don't let your brain wander off. You are manifesting what a good outcome will look like. You will use your senses to ground you. So I have a focus that I like to focus on an object, and I have one object in every room that I will focus on. So in the bathroom, it's the cupboard. In the living room, it's the lamp. In my office, I have a specific plant on my desk that I will focus on. And I use this sense to stay in the moment and stay where I am, focus on it, Don't let your mind wander. Stay here in this moment and manifest your intention of recovery. If you don't have a clear outlook, of what you want it to end up like, then you're going to let your brain make that decision for you. And your brain is a memory organ. So it will react this time the same way it did last time. And that was full of anxiety and stress, which made you more short of breath than you were to begin with. Stay in the moment and manifest your intention of recovery. Use pursed lip breathing, slowing your breath. Make sure that you exhale twice as long as you inhale. We have emphysema in our lungs and it takes up valuable space. It also gives oxygen a place to hide. Often the reason why we get short of breath is because our lungs are overinflated. So in order to get a breath in, we have to exhale the stale air that is called CO2 out. And when you can do that, you have controlled your breathing. You're using pursed lip breathing, and you're not allowing your mind to do anything but focus on what you have decided you're going to look at. Slow your breath and exhale longer than you inhale. You have to invite this to be your go-to. And this isn't just something that you practice when you get short of breath. This is something that you practice in advance so that when you become short of breath, it becomes your go-to. Focus. Begin to breathe through pursed lips, slowing your breath. And if you really can't get a breath in, exhale. Inhale through your nose and take a deep breath into your belly. Hold it for a few seconds and exhale through pursed lips for longer than you inhaled. Remember to keep your thoughts positive. The things that you say have power. Stay in the moment and concentrate on your breath. Focus on something. Stay in the moment. Slow your breathing patterns so that you can breathe more efficiently. Each breath has more meaning than the last. Notice how relaxed and calm you are. Now, if you have a partner that is helping you through this, you might ask them to monitor how long it takes for you to recover from shortness of breath. And what you're going to find is that as you practice and as you put this into use, your recovery is going to get shorter and shorter and shorter. and you're going to feel in control. This is Barbara Moore for Catch Your Breath 60, and I appreciate everybody who came today. I hope that everybody's watching the atmosphere, the pressure, the air quality, and the humidity out there because it's a hot one. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody, for joining today.